And welcome back to the Pioneer Sideline. I'm your host, Josh Frketic. We're live here in the University Center alongside Kevin Calhoun off to my right, Aaron Cooney off to my left. We're going to preview the upcoming weeks that is going to be for the men's and the women's basketball team. We're going to start with this guy over here, Kevin Calhoun. Kevin, the women have quite the big week. They have Carlo tomorrow. We're not going to worry about them because that should be an easy winnable game for them. But then going to Damon and going to Roberts Wesleyan. Let's start with the Wildcats of Damon, a team that the Pioneers lost to earlier this year.
Yeah, they lost them earlier this year, and they lost the last time they went up to just outside Buffalo, New York, to play this team. But you know what? They play them well at Damon. Damon, a very physical team on the inside, always have a big girl on the inside that can really dominate a basketball game. And when you talk about the Pioneers, their problem has been inconsistent play from the bigs on the inside, Tarika Jones, Jocelyn Peterkin, Marissa Reinhard. So the key for the Pioneers, they have to control the basketball in this game to win in a really tough place to play.
Yeah, Sarah Soroka, the star here for the Damon Wildcats. Let's get out of the Damon Wildcats. Let's move out of them. We know what they're all about. Yep. How about the Roberts Wesleyan Raiders up there in Rochester, New York? A team that the Pioneers did beat at home this year, but going up to Rochester, a totally different story.
Oh, yeah, it's a long bus ride, a 4.5-hour bus ride to Rochester. And Roberts Wesleyan, a team that their record doesn't really reflect the kind of team they are. They're a better team than sitting right in the middle of the pack. They're very similar to the Pioneers in that way, that they have played their best basketball this year, and it's a lot better than the consistency that they've shown. A tough matchup for the Pioneers. In this game, I look more toward the outside for Point Park. Better three-point shooting than we've seen over the last few weeks.
Well, McMullen is the big star for Roberts Wesleyan. You talk about the three-point shooting in their first matchup earlier this year. The Pioneers absolutely dominated from outside.
Oh, they absolutely did, working the ball around the edges in a great way. Ashley Henderson and April Austin, it was like they were seeing players that nobody else in the entire gym saw. If they can do that again, if they can mirror that, we could see them winning 2 or 3 basketball games here in the next week.
Well, let's move over to the men. We're going to move over to my man to my left-hand side, Mr. Aaron Cooney. And as I said, there's still an opportunity for them to win out, have some things happen, and hopefully get lucky. Let's start off with Damon. The Pioneers were able to beat the Damon Wildcats at home earlier this year off of free throws from Marcus Robinson. What are we looking for with the Wildcats?
Well, hopefully Point Park can play the way they did last time. Really, Point Park was lucky to come away with that one because that second half, Damon really pulled away, and they're a very strong team, and Point Park could have a tough time trying to hold up and keep with this Damon team. But we'll see what happens. If Point Park can play the way they did against Houghton, a full 60 or 40-minute game, they can really scare Damon and maybe pull out another win.
Now, you've seen this team on the road, Aaron, and they haven't really played their best basketball on the road. Damon's a very, very tough place to go into and play. How do you think they're going to fare up there in Amherst?
I hope they can go up, not play the way they did last away game against Shawnee State. That just was an abysmal performance and not the way you want to see the Pioneers come out. And if they really have to be able to battle against a superior environment like Damon there, and we'll see what Point Park can do.
Let's move over. Let's go to the Roberts Wesleyan Red Raiders now. That's, again, the same couple days later on Saturday. A very tough place to play. Game of the season. It's really going to come up to some playoff spots, either for the Pioneers or for Roberts Wesleyan. What do you see there?
I think Roberts is going to be a very hungry team because they're fighting for a playoff spot too. That last spot is really still up for grabs, and I think in Roberts, last time we played them, they had 6 players in double figures against Point Park. Point Park couldn't get anything going there, and Roberts Wesleyan really showed up Pioneers at home, and it's going to be tough for Point Park to win this game against Roberts Wesleyan.
All right, guys, before I let you go, I want to ask you guys one more question each. What do the teams do for this week? Let's start off with the women. What are they going to do? Outlook for the rest of the week. It's the season finales. What are they going to do? 3-0, 2-1, what?
Well, when I look at the Pioneer schedule, you have Carlo Tuesday night. That's a win. It should be a win for the Pioneers, and I think they can win at Roberts. Damon's the questionable game, but I see him going 3-0.
Aaron?
Well, I think against Damon that Point Park can pull off the win. I'm not sure about Roberts Wesleyan. I'm looking 1-1.
Guys, we did it last week. We're going to do it again. We're going to stay together for the Primanti Brothers top 3 plays of the week. This is one that's going to be a fun one. I had a week and a half of footage to look through. So let's go for it. Let's roll this video. Let's see the Primanti Brothers top 3 plays of the week. There it is at number 3. It is, oh, wow, a Cougar coming in there. It's Brian Short. Nice pass there. That was a nice play. He got hurt on that play, though, so we give him number 3. How about number 2? It was also from that Mount Vernon game. Eric Johnson going behind the back, bucket and the foul to TJ Etherington. That one was also nice. And, guys, just sit back, relax. Number 1, I had so many choices to pick from. I just threw all of them in here for number 1. Look at that. Just admire it. Jared Warwick just getting high up there. Let's see another one. The elevator man, baby. High flying. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, he just does it. terribly and dirty to some people. You know which one I had? My favorite one? This one coming up. He did Dan Tomlinson so dirty. Oh, just get out of the way when that happens. Am I right? You don't want to sit in front of that. Is there more? I don't even know if there's more. There's got to be more. There's more. Let's look at this one. Oh, this is another good one. Alexander.
My favorite right here.
Ooh, boom shakalaka.
I'm trying to run a camera while watching this game, and I'm straying away and trying to watch the action. He was crazy.
So that's going to round up your Primanti Brothers top 3 plays of the week. We got to go to break. When we come back, we're shifting gears out of basketball. We're going to hockey, Olympic hockey. Who Yin's got for the gold? We'll find out when we come back.